The Truth Girls.
Hey everyone. A lot of you have been asking me to tell you a little bit about juicing and give you some tips on juicing. When it comes to things like your state of mind, depression, and your resilience, your emotional resilience to stress in general, this has a lot to do with your physical health. And so if there's something about your health that's not good, you're not going to be as resilient. And there are lots of things that might need to be addressed. One would be detoxification. Are you taking in too many toxins and not getting rid of enough of them? After a while, it's going to make you feel like crap. Two, nutrition. Are you really getting enough nutrients? What else? Parasites. Parasites will slow you down. These are all things that you might need to address. Mineral deficiencies, food intolerances, all kinds of things. I know that a lot of people feel like crap all the time, and they just kind of go around like that, and they kind of get used to it, and they just kind of try to keep plodding along. But it's hard, and you don't have to feel that way. So first of all, the juicing. Juicing is great. It's a great way to get lots of really concentrated plant-based nutrition. And it's also very detoxifying, and there's all kinds of medicinal stuff in plants, which I guess I won't get into all the details, but you can look into it depending what your particular needs are. You can add various ingredients. So here's my juicer, and I'm sorry, my kitchen's a mess, but I'm just, like, I'm gonna do this vlog anyway, but I gotta pick up my son in a few minutes, but I just want to share this with you. So it's just like a regular juicer. It's probably not the best kind that you could have. This is, well, there's stuff in there because I just juiced, so it's a mess. Sorry about that, but you see, this is the centrifuge. So I was just juicing grapefruit. Centrifuge is not the best kind of juicer you could get. People who are really into juicing would usually recommend a Champion juicer or a Vitamix. So what you do is you start with you get yourself a juicer, and then you get yourself some vegetables. Let's see, what do I have here? Well, here's my vegetable drawer. Well, I don't have that much left because I put it all through the juicer, but here's some of the staples. Celery. It's good. This has like lots of natural sodium, and well, it's got vitamin A, and it's also a little bit diuretic. And what, oh, here, this baby kale. Oh, this one says baby arugula, but I get a lot of kale. That's a cruciferous vegetable, very anti-cancer, very good for you. Spinach, lots of iron in there. Also, all the green ones are all detoxifying, and they all have a lot of chlorophyll. I have a bottle of chlorophyll here somewhere in the fridge, but I never use it. I just really get the chlorophyll from the plants. Beets, they've got antioxidants. They help to normalize blood pressure, and lots of these here. Organic carrots, lots of beta carotene in there, and good stuff. And the grapefruits too. I put a lot of grapefruits through the juicer. I don't know why, but I crave grapefruit. So when you do a lot of juicing, after a while, you start to kind of know what you need and use that. This is the thing. When you're juicing, first you got to start at the bottom. And the very first thing, this was a tip that Brian Lucas, also known as Chef Be Live, from chefbelive.com. Here's a tip that he gave me. First of all, start with your water intake, because people tend to throw themselves into a juicing program, and they get overwhelmed. They're like, oh, I'm going to juice this, I'm going to juice that, I got all these recipes, I'm going to do all this stuff, and then they can't keep up with it because they went in too deep. So first of all, get your water intake up. And when you start juicing, make it simple. And you don't have to be juicing all day. Just make one juice. And a good mix to start off with is apple, celery, and carrot. And if you can get organic, obviously, it's a lot better. Next, you can start adding extra things. And one thing that I add would be the kale, which, either comes in a box, or I usually just get the regular kale. Kale, or beet, or the spinach. You can just take, like a section of it, or two, and put that in. It doesn't have to be a lot. Other things I like to put in there are parsley, or dandelion, and they also have medicinal, detoxifying, and immune boosting properties. So you can start by making yourself one juice a day, and I think that even that will make you feel better. And after a while, you're going to crave that juice. And if you want to drink juice all day, what you can do is just juice a whole bunch of it in advance and keep it in your fridge. And it's like, ideally you would drink it right away, but you can drink it over the course of a day, but you should use it within 2 days. Don't take it too hardcore. You just do your best. Start with water. Start with one juice, If that's working for you, make a big batch and just keep it in the fridge. And even if you're basically just eating the way you always do, just by adding the juice, that's going to help. But I'm telling you, like when I get to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm so tired, I can't go on anymore. And you know, I know that I only feel that way because there's something not right with me physically. People don't just get like that for no reason. You know, you should have some resilience. So like I said, you can boost your resilience by improving your health, and you can do that by eating raw foods. So you do that for like a day or two. I mean, I'll do that for a couple days and then I feel like, wow, I just want to keep going because this is working really well. So I hope this is helpful to you. And remember to take it slow. Don't go nuts. It's not a diet. It's not a diet, you know, it's not like, oh, from now on I'm only going to do this or I'm going to lose X amount of weight. Forget about the weight. Go slow. Do one little thing at a time. Introduce it gradually and make it a habit. And if you really need a boost, you know, try to do like a juice fast for 3 days. It really helps. It helps me anyway. And that's it. If you have any comments or tips, leave them below. And thanks for listening to me, and I'll see you next time.